Chase Coburn here for the Student Sports Network and for Chase's Sports News. What a week of March Madness. As usual, we had this past weekend the first two rounds in the round of 64 and the round of 32. Let's take a look at the South region. What we noticed, maybe some upsets, maybe some things that kind of went chalk and things that we expected. Let's break down what happened and what is going to continue to happen in the South region. To no surprise, Auburn is here in the Sweet 16. They were the number one overall seed by the committee, a huge win over Alabama State. And then while Creighton hung around and I believe led at halftime, Auburn was still able to get away with a win, and it's not like Johnny Broome, one of the best players in the country, has done much for them either. Auburn came into the tournament losing 3 out of 4, but it doesn't seem like that's carrying into the NCAA tournament as the Tigers seem all set. I was very impressed with Creighton. I love that team this year with Stephen Ashworth and Ryan Kalkbrenner. I thought they made a great run at Auburn. I thought they could have very easily pulled off an upset in that game. They beat a very inconsistent ACC Illinois team, and they got a very favorable matchup in the first round, though Auburn clearly showed their superiority in the second round. Michigan-UC San Diego was one of the best games. Michigan kind of controlled it early. UC San Diego controlled it late. Overall, the Wolverines were able to take the W. UC San Diego, I wish they were able to play a different 5 seed. I think Michigan coming into the tournament as a Big Ten champion really just had that momentum, and I think UC San Diego was able, they weren't able to pull off an upset because of it. Michigan then beats Texas A&M. I'm really high on the Wolverines in this tournament. And how about Ole Miss? I loved Iowa State. I had them in my Elite Eight. Instead, they're out in the round of 32. Ole Miss, tight win over North Carolina. They smoked Iowa State as of this recording last night. And a huge win. And then while New Mexico beat Marquette, Michigan State, Bryant hung around with them in the first game. New Mexico led over Michigan State by considerable margins for the most part of that round of 32 game. Yet the Spartans are here. I look at these matchups, and I'm saying, as great as Auburn is, I love Michigan. They're one of my sleepers to win a national championship this year. Danny Wolf and Vlad Golden are great in the paint. I think I think that Dusty May knows exactly what he is doing with this Michigan team. I think the Wolverines move on to the Elite Eight and upset Auburn. And as much as I don't like to say it, I think Michigan State moves on. I think offensively, they'll be too inconsistent to beat their Michigan in-state rival in the Elite Eight. So I think Michigan goes to the Final Four, but I think the Spartans are able to cruise by to the Elite Eight by kind of getting in a favorable region and playing teams that are simply inferior than them despite their inconsistency. So Michigan over Michigan State in the Elite Eight. After what I saw this weekend, I'm confident that it will be the Wolverines to go to the Final Four out of the South region.